Hey guys, Angus here. Got another airsoft product review for you guys today. Today we're going to be taking a look at a piece of tactical gear, and that piece of gear is what I'm currently wearing. This is the Condor MOPC, or Modular Operator Plate Carrier in MultiCam, obviously. If you're interested in purchasing this product after you watch this review, there'll be a link down below in the description to airsoftStation.com where you can buy it for about $110. Now for those of you shocked at the price, keep in mind this is multicam, and for some reason anything multicam is always so much more expensive than any of your standard gear colors. Now, multicam, first thing I want to say here, I actually hated multicam before I got this in, but now that I have it, I have to say, it really blends in well with the woodland environment around me. I had originally thought of this as, tan, you wear this in a woodland game, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb, but actually, blends in rather well with my surroundings here, so I have to say, if you're thinking about what kind of color gear loadout you want to have, I have to say multicam would probably work well in a desert environment as well as this style of woodland environment here. Maybe not a lush woodland environment, but this temperate forest actually works rather well. Now, also, another thing I want to stress here is that the plate carrier does not include any pouches. This one is just here for demonstration purposes. That's kind of standard with all your MOLLE gear. None of them really come with pouches. However, Airsoft Station does stock various different Condor pouches, especially in multicam if you wanted to purchase some, which you kind of have to be able to use the gear. If you're buying a plate carrier, please buy pouches, guys. Don't look like a complete noob, I guess, running around with a plate carrier with no pouches on it and a single high cap in your gun. It just doesn't make any sense. You have the money for the gear, but you don't have money for pouches and spare mags. Now, moving onward here, it is made by Condor. Some people tend to have a bias against Condor. Oh, that's cheap crap. It's junk. It's not good. I want real steel, real issue military gear. I never saw anything wrong with Condor. Basically, all my gear inside in my room is Condor gear. I don't have a need to go out and buy Pantac. I don't have a need to go out and buy this real steel gear, because I'm just using it for airsoft. I suppose there are people out there who need to have that proper gear. They really want to look the part, but for those of us who are just out here playing fun, it's a recreational hobby. Condor does make some pretty darn nice stuff, and this plate carrier is no exception. It's made of a pretty darn nice material. Everything feels rather solid on here. There's no cheap parts. I feel like they're just going to tear, rip, nothing extremely cheap, especially in the strap area, which is where I've had problems in the past. These feel like they're pretty tough. They're not going to tear on you as you try and tighten them. Now, a little bit about the plate carrier itself. It is a rather nice vest, being that it actually distributes your weight evenly. You can have pouches on your front as well as your sides as well as your back. I like that because I'm used to running chest rigs where all the weight is piled on my front. I bend down and it's just dragging me down because there's so much weight there. So a plate carrier is rather nice if you're going to be carrying a lot of gear inside a scenario style game you're going to be playing for a long time and you want to have a lot of gear on you, but you want it evenly distributed so there's not a lot of weight pushing in one area. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the plate carriers so you can see it in a little bit more detail. Okay, now as you can see, zoomed in on the plate carrier. As you can see, and as is to be expected, it is coated with MOLLE up here on the front, so you can go ahead and actually attach those pouches that you went ahead and bought. Something to note about the MOLLE, it's actually rather tight, doesn't really want to let anything through. My pinky can barely fit in there, so I imagine when you do buy those pouches, it's going to be a real fight to get them in there and get them attached. What I'd recommend to place in the front of the plate carrier, maybe a utility pouch, but definitely, of course, some magazine pouches to hold your spare mags. The front of the plate carrier already has a built-in pouch. It's a map or document pouch located underneath the fourth strip of MOLLE. If you were to open it up like so, you reveal a pretty spacious compartment to store, say, a map of the field you're playing at, a document for a scenario, and perhaps if you can't afford the mag pouches right away, I suppose you could go ahead and perhaps store a spare magazine or two inside. Another thing to note about the front is you do get a little bit of Velcro up here so you can attach something, maybe a couple patches or something up there. Like I said though, the benefit of a plate carrier is not everything has to be located up front. You do get side panels as well as a back panel to store pouches as well. Let's take a look at the left side of the plate carrier. Currently I have a dump pouch attached on here. As you can see, the tan goes decently well with the multicam. However, I imagine a multicam pouch would look a little bit better. The MOLLE was equally tight on this side. I really had to fight to get the dump pouch on, but eventually I did get it there. Really, your side panels, what they're practical for is maybe, say, a holster or something, spare pistol mag pouch, as well as the practical dump pouch overall to recycle your empty magazines. This is the left side of the plate carrier. Also have the right side with the 3 strips of MOLLE so you can attach things there as well. Now the back of the plate carrier, also coated in MOLLE, so you can go ahead and attach a few things on there, such as, say, a radio pouch, perhaps a hydration carrier. One thing you may not have noticed on the back, there is an emergency drag handle in case you're in some form of scenario where your teammates can drag you back to medic you into the game. It does have one of those on the back, just for those realism purposes. So that's really the plate carrier up close. Let's go ahead, zoom out, and finish up the video. Alright, so zoomed out, as you can see, you certainly get a lot of MOLLE on the plate carrier, plenty of space to go ahead and attach your different pouches so you can run your nice setup, have this vest set up in the absolute any way you want it to. That's what's nice about the MOLLE. A couple things I forgot to mention in the beginning statement for the video is the fact that this can actually accept your real steel and fake ballistic plates, just for a little bit added realism if you wanted to. It's not necessary, probably adds a little bit of weight, but for those of you out there who really want the real experience, it can accept those plates. Another thing to mention is it is adjustable, sizes medium to size extra large. This probably isn't adjusted the best on me right now, but it is adjustable for those sizes. So if you're a rather small guy, probably won't fit exactly that well. So don't go ahead and buy this for, say, your 8-year-old son. Not that he would need a plate carrier anyway. Overall, I found this to be a pretty darn nice piece of tactical gear, made of a very nice material. I really like it a lot because I can evenly distribute my pouches all over. I'm not stuck with everything on the front. Overall, the plate carrier is a pretty nice piece, and honestly would go ahead and recommend it. There's a link down below in the description if you're interested in buying it. Hopefully Airsoft Station will stock the standard colored gear soon. However, at the moment, it's only MultiCam. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.